We have Gary Franchi of Restore the Republic, and we have, of course, both the makers. You're one of the producers. You're also the director, William Lewis, here with us. And we are carrying Camp FEMA. I did consult on it. I'm in it. This is the truth about FEMA camps. They're here to interview me for part 2. Everybody should get it at Infowars.com, and you can get the films discounted when you get it with Fall of the Republic. Again, I just want these out. Instead of always talking blue in the face about FEMA camps and everybody spreading rumors, you got a film you can give people. You want a film about the carbon tax. You want a film about the banking architecture. You want a film about the New World Order. Fall of the Republic. You want a film about the eugenic superstructure and what makes them tick. Endgame. You want a film about the camps and the truth and the congressional hearings and the government documents and the experts and everything that's real, and it exposes Glenn Beck. Camp FEMA, Infowars.com. Stop screwing around. People need to see it. William Lewis, good to see you. Gary Franchi, good to see you. Okay, guys, I want to get into Camp FEMA and the new one you're making and all this, but first, they have now marked up out of committee. They could vote on this any time. The cap and trade bill that they admit takes over every facet of our lives. Ban Ki-moon, last Sunday's New York Times 9 days ago, said global governance. And then simultaneously, George Soros's groups and all these other publications are listing me. They're saying Limbaugh is a fake and kind of a minion. They're saying they're scared of Alex Jones. So I talk a lot about this in case they kill me or set me up or whatever. People know that, what really happened. But they wouldn't be attacking little old Alex Jones if I wasn't telling the truth and if they weren't scared. And scared of the work Restore the Republic's doing, scared of all the films you've made, scared of other people learning they can do the same thing. But what do you just think of how everything's happening right now? The banking takeover, the cap and trade, the federalization hate crimes bill, the open borders, the gun grabbing, the plunging dollar, gold up at $1,090 an ounce. I mean, it's insane.
This is the end game, Alex. This is the last push over the finish line. You have been working so hard. Everyone in the war for information has been working so hard with the internet, with the push. They have to push back and they have to complete their agenda. And I think that they're just getting to a point where they're kind of sick of these small incremental steps they've been making all these years that they want to see. They want to live.
David Rockefeller's 94.
Yeah, they want to see the fruits of the
Kissinger's 87. They want it, and they want it now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. I mean, this is we really have watched over the past 20 or so years all of the little bits and pieces of these things being put into place. I mean, it's not as if all of this just happened all at once. We've been trying to warn the American people what's coming, and
they like sitting on their thumb.
You've predicted a lot of the things that have happened, and now it's easier for people to be able to put this little puzzle piece together and see the big picture, and that's what we're seeing now. Their eyes are open, people can see what's going on, and now's the time that we have to use to take action.
I mean, I'm legitimately losing sleep. I mean, I know these people are eugenicists. I know they put stuff in our water and brag about it in White House publications. I know they're dangerous, and people are finally figuring it out, but I don't think they realize how dangerous.
I don't think they're going to realize how dangerous it is until they're in that hospital room, and they've got a doctor bearing down on them with a shot that they're being forced to take. It's going to come when the realization is going to come when they have to make that decision, when the force hits them.
Hell, Austin federally is taking blood without warrants now. I mean, it's already bearing down. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, that's what I'm saying. When it comes to a head, when the people have to make that decision at that moment, is when they're going to react.
And that's our job, is to explain to them the real ball game, so when that decision finally faces them, all the denial stripped away, and we're dealing with the real deal.
Absolutely. It's like I said, when they have to make that decision, we are getting to them before that point so they can make that informed decision.
Well, the good news is people are waking up. But, I mean, the problem is it took me on air 14 years, 6, 7, 8 years to really get knowledge, studying constantly. So people are waking up, but they don't have a master's degree in it yet. And that's why films are so important, because they can give you a crash course.
Well, Alex, all of your films gave me a crash course. I downloaded them all off the internet, and I watched them in my house. I woke up that day. I saw probably every one of your movies within a whole day. Woke me up like that. And I took action.
That's what Charlie Sheen said.
Yeah.
Emilio Estevez, his brother, came over and had bought all my films, and they stayed up all weekend drinking coffee and watched like 15 of them.
Oh, it changed my life. And that's when I said, I have to make a decision. I'm going to step up and do something, and I'm going to get people together who have seen these films, and let's take action together. It was because I saw your movies, Alex.
Well, you've done a great job with all your work, and it's another testament to that. And again, we're not bragging, oh, look at the work we've done. The point is you can defeat these people if you take action. If people will just get involved, even if you wake one person up, that's huge.
No, there's all different ways to take action. I mean, taking action is showing a movie to a friend or someone who was not exposed to this information. Taking action is renting out a theater and showing it to 30 people at one time who haven't seen this information. I mean, there's so many different ways to get involved in your local government, getting people elected as sheriffs. I mean,
this thing can't succeed if it is exposed.
Yeah, and I mean, people may think that they're insignificant, just like they think that their vote doesn't count, which it doesn't, in case you didn't know that. But the point here is that they think that their action within this movement doesn't necessarily hold much weight. You know, it's hard for them to wait for a year or 2 years or 3 years to see the fruit of their labor, because it takes a while for the information to get out, it takes a while to organize, do something. Doing actions like that take time to plan.
And the globalists have all the money, all the power, all the resources, all the systems, everything, and they're barely getting their agenda through while waking everybody up, so then they sick Northcom on us, thinking, oh, well, that will stop them.
Well, that's one thing that makes me nervous, is that I think we're really primed for another false flag event that could really bust the momentum that we have right now. It's really a matter of time, Alex.
But we preemptively have exposed false flag terror, and so it's hard for them to play that card. But I agree, they're going to play it.
Well, yeah, we know the symptoms, we know the signs, we know what to look for, so that we can raise those red flags before they happen, hopefully, and preempt anything.
And all these fake terror busts they've been doing, which have turned out to be fake in every case, that's a sign they are really getting ready to do it.
Well, plus, they need to look. In the public's eyes, they need to make the public feel like they're accomplishing something. And that's why they pull these.
They're protecting us. Yes. Let's look at the architecture of the FEMA camps when we get back, and how the false flag can be used, whether it's financial or terror or biological. What's coming up with our guest and more of your calls. Stay with us. This is Alex Jones. Have you heard of the Millionaire Patriot? Well, you should. He has a free handgun and 5 days of firearms training waiting for you. That's right. You can attend 5 days of world-class gun training at Front Sight Firearms Training Institute and secure a 30-state concealed weapons permit, all for pennies on the dollar. Plus, if you act fast, the Millionaire Patriot will give you a free Springfield Armory XD pistol in the caliber of your choice. I believe now is the time that you and your family need to be armed and trained to levels that exceed law enforcement and military standards. Front Sight provides such training without any boot camp mentality or drill instructor attitudes. This is real. Don't miss out. Secure a Front Sight defensive handgun course, plus a 30-state concealed weapons permit for pennies on the dollar, and get your free handgun. Go to frontsight.com today. That's FRONTSIGHT.com. Go to frontsight.com for your training and free gun. I hear the train a-blowing.
I hear the train a-coming. It's rolling around the bend.
And I ain't seen the sunshine.
I don't know when.
Stuck in Folsom Prison.
And time keeps dragging.
Here it is, Camp FEMA, ladies and gentlemen. American lockdown. You want the truth? Infowars.com. Get yourself a copy while you're getting Fall the Republican Endgame. These films are so important. These are the key to really reaching the most people. They get a full education and an entertaining package. By entertaining, they'll be riveted. Okay, we have the makers of Camp FEMA, the director and the producer, Gary Franchi, here with us, and William Lewis. Okay, guys, false flag terror. They clearly need their agenda. They need a new war. The RAND Corporation says the false flag could be World War III. All of our insiders are saying within 2 years, massive war. It could be in South America against Venezuela and in Central Asia and in the Middle East. Domestic stage terror attacks, bioweapons releases. I believe this is all just a drill to test the federal assets. Their test isn't going well. What do you see happening?
I see a lot of people saying, I don't want to take the swine flu vaccine. I was watching news reports last night, and some of the local stations are reporting, local opinions. And there are men and women and children saying, I'm not going to take this untested vaccine, and I don't want my children to take it. So, if that's the particular false flag operation that they choose to use for martial law, then I think it probably is going to work, because there's enough people saying no right now where I think that they would be able to call it more than a national emergency. I mean, look at the...
They've called it a national emergency, yeah. and they're also forcing kids to take it in schools illegally under orders. That is bullish.
Well, have you looked into the under a national emergency, what regulations are suspended at hospitals for the national emergency and a medical emergency? It makes you wonder, because I'm looking at news reports. They're saying that they don't have to record your name or your information or take as much information about you in order to process you through and get you the shot quicker.